Cowboys Nation, some important developments have surfaced in the last few hours, and they could shape the direction of the team during this offseason. The biggest focus right now is the linebacker position, which was clearly one of the weakest areas of the defense last season. The Cowboys have already made several changes across the roster, strengthening the secondary and adding help to the pass rush, but the middle of the defense still needs stability. That's why a few interesting names are now being connected to Dallas. One of those names is Germain Pratt. He may not always dominate headlines, but his production speaks for itself. Pratt has recorded more than 100 tackles in 4 straight seasons, showing incredible consistency and a constant presence around the football. His background as a former safety gives him a unique ability to read plays quickly, react to short passes, and close space in coverage. For a Cowboys defense that struggled with missed tackles and run defense last year, a player like Pratt could bring the stability and instincts the unit desperately needs. Of course, like any player, he has limitations, especially against extremely fast players in open space. But his leadership and experience could still make a major difference for Dallas. Another name gaining attention is Bobby Wagner from the New York Giants. Wagner has quietly become one of the most reliable linebackers in the league. Last season alone, he recorded 143 tackles along with a sack, 2 interceptions, and several passes defended. Even more impressive is his consistency, finishing with at least 90 tackles every year over the last 5 seasons. Coaches trust him because he rarely leaves the field and understands how to read offenses before the play even develops. For a defense trying to reorganize itself, that kind of intelligence and communication could be extremely valuable. There's also an interesting conversation developing around veteran legend Bobby Wagner. The future Hall of Famer may be 35 years old, but his experience and leadership are still highly respected around the league. A short-term deal could allow him to mentor younger linebackers while still contributing on the field. For a team preparing to possibly draft players like Sonny Styles or C.J. Allen, having Wagner inside the locker room could be incredibly valuable. While the defense searches for answers, another storyline has started creating tension on offense. Wide receiver George Pickens had an incredible 2025 season with 93 receptions, 1,429 yards, and 9 touchdowns after arriving from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because of that production, the Cowboys placed the franchise tag on him, guaranteeing around $27 million for the 2026 season. However, reports suggest Pickens would prefer a long-term deal, which could cost close to $120 million over 4 years. The challenge for Dallas is that they already invested heavily in CeeDee Lamb, who signed a massive contract extension. That financial pressure has sparked speculation about a possible trade scenario involving the New England Patriots, though nothing is confirmed. The Cowboys would clearly prefer to keep Pickens as a key weapon for Dak Prescott, but contract negotiations could eventually force difficult decisions. One thing is certain: Cowboys Nation. The offseason is far from over, and the front office still has several critical decisions to make. Whether it's finding the right linebacker to lead the defense or resolving the future of one of the team's most explosive receivers, the coming weeks could be very important for Dallas. If you want to stay updated with every Cowboys development, make sure you're subscribed to the channel CowboysXFactor because things are just getting started and this offseason is already full of drama, big decisions, and plenty of excitement for Cowboys fans.